Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. As you can see, I'm working in a traveler's notebook. This is my TN about the books I'm reading this year. And I had to skip a space here because I had wanted to do a 2-pager for this book. So I have to go back and do this one. And the book I have is called Opera Sisters. And it's based on a true story, which I did not realize when I first bought it. I found it on Chirp, which if you've never used them, it's like Audible in that you buy audiobooks, but they're super cheap most of the time, less than $5, unless it's a brand new thing that's a bestseller. But you don't pay a monthly fee or get credits like you do on Audible. That's what I hated that about Audible. That's why I quit. So Chirp I can just buy what I want when I want, and a lot of times I just use Libby instead to see if my library has it and I can get it for free. But if not, or if the wait is super long, then I'll use Chirp. And this is one that I think I paid only like $2.99 for, and it was totally worth it. I loved this book. It is based on a true story of two sisters who were very into opera, and when World War II happened, they were in England and they helped get people out of Germany and other countries as well to safety during that time, using sort of the opera circuit as a means to do it without being detected. It was very, very interesting. So it makes me want to go out and find out more about these people if there are other books about them. But if you enjoy historical fiction, this would be a great option. So I've got my bag of stuff, of things that are cut already to be either TN size or close that I could cut down. So I'm going to go through here, see what I have that might match with this already. Right here on top, look at this. Just notice that is not a bad color match. What's on the other side? Oh yeah, I would never use that. It's not bad, it's just different enough. Like the main color, it's pretty close to the jacket, but it's just different enough. And then the stripes are more this color. That's a good contender. But I'm still gonna look through the rest of what I have, see if I can find anything. And I am considering possibly cutting the photo down a little bit more so you can't see the audio stuff here. I don't care that that's seen, it's the red that gets me. If that's not gonna match and it's gonna be a problem, then I'll just get rid of it. Or I can leave it as is and I can cover that up with washi or something, I don't know. But I'll look through the rest of here first and just see how it goes. All right, I looked through all my papers. I did not find anything else that I liked as well as this. So it's going to be this one. Now, I know this is a Kelly Perky one from many years ago because it's a little too big. All of hers were a little bit bigger than the standard 4x8. So I am gonna have to cut that down, which is fine. So I will get that done. And then I think because there is so much blue, I want a white border. So I will have to mat this with something, but that's totally fine. All right, I have trimmed down the paper, so now I can adhere it into the traveler's notebook. And the other thing to note about this little Kelly Perky paper is that it's cardstock and it's quite thick. It's heavier than some of the others I have from different companies, certainly heavier than just a standard piece of paper that you would cut to a 4x8. So it's definitely sturdy, but the problem is if you're trying to keep it relatively thin because you know it's going to get bulky, this kind of cardstock does make it a little bit tougher because it is thicker right off the bat. It's going to add some bulk there. Right now, how many others have I used of hers? Let's see. Have I used any? Well, maybe I haven't. This one is actually on this side. I recognize it. Did I use one here? Yes, this one is. So I think I have 3. That's not too bad given how many I have in here, but I'll probably have to watch it going into the back half and be careful. Like maybe don't use it for a 2-page layout, maybe only use it on one side just to help with that problem. All right, so I have my border here and I actually used a card that I wasn't going to use in any other way. So great way to use pocket cards if you know like you don't have a way to make them fit into your albums. So I did cut this down a little bit and then I was able to get rid of the red play button there, so that worked out really well. So in terms of placement here, since I have the other side more to the bottom half, I'm going to do this one to the top just for visual interest. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do on the rest of it yet, so there's a possibility I may regret doing this. If I all of a sudden decide, oh, that was dumb, like it didn't work with adding embellishments or something, but I'm taking the chance, hoping that it'll just work out and I'll be okay. Let's see, that looks pretty good. All right, so I have that on there. So now I have all of this room down here though. I do think maybe I want like a little washi down here just for a nice separation. And then here I could do like some white cardstock for journaling. I could go into my book related stuff and see if I have just an embellishment that will fit or a piece of ephemera. That might be the way to go. I have pulled out a whole tray of my washi. My container that I have has 4 of these and they stack on top of each other 2 and 2. So I pulled out this whole one because I have a lot of silver and gray, which is the color I think I want because of the building in the background here. And it actually might be nice to have a little silver that's shiny, like maybe this one might look good. But I'm just gonna hold a few up here, see what I like, and then I'll make my decision. I still like this one, but I was considering this option as well. The only problem is it's a stripe. It's a diagonal stripe, as is this. So it's like, do I want stripe on stripe? I don't know that I do. I love the color, like the little bit of subtle silver. It's shiny, but it's not like obscene. But I think this might be the way to go. I'd also picked out a different one. It was this one. I didn't like that at all. Like that grid pattern with this, it just, no, did not work. So I think it's probably gonna be this one. I decided to place the washi just a smaller piece so that it didn't go end to end and just make it look very torn because it was a war-torn time. So to me, like, that fits the aesthetic. I like that a lot. That's just enough. I don't think I need anything else there. But now I have to figure out, like, do I want to journal? Do I want to just do some kind of embellishment, digital file, something down here? And I'm just not sure. I actually decided to go into my black, white, and gray travel ephemera just to see, like, is there something that has a more generic phrase or something that would work. I found this. I'm actually going to cover up the part that says trip, I've decided, but I like this because the size is slightly smaller than up here, which I like the look of it. It's nicely spaced, and then if I put this a little bit more to the bottom, I can cover this up with something. I don't know what that is yet, but I do have book related things I can use, or I could just do like a big heart or an asterisk or something, but I can find some way to cover that up. I'm changing course just a little bit. I decided to pull out my music stuff. I have quite a bit because I go to the symphony a lot. I used to go even more than I do now, and concerts and stuff, so there's got to be something in here I can use. I love this right here, but that's too bulky. It's way too thick to put in here, so that's a no. But I've got lots of other things. I'll find something. In all of that stuff, I was looking for embellishments or ephemera, but in all that stuff, I found this little 2x2 piece of paper. It's got music notes on it, and the color is such a nice offset here. I think I'm actually going to take one of my circle punches and punch out a circle and then just lay it on top, just as kind of another embellishment, but also just like something that works with the aesthetic. I am choosing my 1 1/4 inch punch. 2 inches would be like way too huge, but I think this would be a good size. Let's kind of get it centered where I want it. That looks good. So if I were to just like do that, maybe I'm gonna end up having to move it over a little bit. Like that. Ooh, I like it. Yes, I am going to go with that. I have the journaling box adhered down. Now I am going to do my little circle that I just made, like so. Yeah, there we go. And then I will do my journaling off camera because I have to really think about what I want to say. I have a lot to say, but it's not all going to fit in there, so I have to condense it. But here's another one done for my books. Thanks for watching.